G'day guys, stay tuned. This is another Hang Loose Recluse Piss Take video. I'm on the government website of the health.gov.au website, and I'm going to show you the campaign COVID-19 vaccines radio ads and just basically take a bit of piss out of them. But this is listed. You can go and check this out for yourselves at the website. I'll put the links in the description below, and you can check out the ads there for yourselves. Maybe one day they'll use these ads to hold them accountable.
Children aged 5 to 11 years can now receive their free COVID-19 vaccine. It's the best way to protect them, your family and community. Book now at australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Yes, according to the Australian Government, it is the best way to protect them because natural immunity isn't good enough. Anyway, check out this next one.
Children aged 5 to 11 years can now receive their free COVID-19 vaccine. It's the best way to protect them, your family and community.
Is that right? Is that so? Oh, so it's the best way to protect them, the community and their family. According to who?
All vaccines are thoroughly tested before use.
Really? How long have they been testing them for? 3 months? 6 months? 1 year? 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? Rigorously tested before use. Are you serious?
And reduce a child's chances of getting sick.
Really? That's not what I heard from other reputable reports. Maybe you guys might have to do a bit more research than just make assumptions like that before you say that. That's pretty deadly stuff you're talking about.
Talk to your GP, pharmacist or healthcare professional.
But have they been paid out by any corporation to say whatever that is you want them to say? How can we tell if they haven't when you're trying to silence everybody?
If you have questions, book now at australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Oh, well, in that case, if it's authorised by the Australian Government in Canberra, then it must be true because everything they tell would be the truth because they'd never lie now, would they?
We know the best protection from COVID-19 is getting vaccinated.
Ah, who told you that? Wouldn't happen to have been Big Pharma, would it?
And now kids aged between 5 and 11 can get vaccinated too, which helps protect them, other kids, their families and everyone else.
Ah, is that so? Well, have you seen the statistics on what actually COVID-19 does to kids aged 5 to 11? I'm not sure if it's really such a major issue that we need to get them all vaccinated against it, wouldn't you think?
All COVID-19 vaccines recommended for kids have been rigorously tested.
Ah, is that right? Well, that's twice you've told us that now. You've told us that they got rigorously tested in the other ad. I guess they got rigorously tested, what, for 10 years? Wouldn't that be rigorously tested if it's 10 years? Just tell us exactly how long have they been rigorously testing these vaccines for kids aged 5 to 11? How long? Tell me.
So have a yarn to your healthcare worker about getting your kids vaccinated today.
Well, I guess a healthcare worker would know how long they've been rigorously testing these vaccines for kids aged 5 to 11 for. Just ask the health worker. They'll know. I'm sure they'll answer it.
You need to get a booster to stay up to date with your COVID-19 vaccination.
But what happens if I don't? Will I still be here a year after the government sacked me from my job and told me I had to get vaccinated to go to work? Will I still be here 1 year later?
Boosters have now been approved for everyone 16 years and older to boost your protection against COVID-19. Boosters are available through your doctor, pharmacist, or other healthcare professional. Book your booster at australia.gov.au or call 1-800-020-080. For interpreting services, call 131-450. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Of course, because having a foreign language speaker would mean that the government can get the message across to all the foreign language speakers who don't really speak very much Australian language. Thank you. And if they can get a population where compliance is king, then compliance will be the only way forward for a government in order to direct its citizens in future scenarios.
We're so close, Australia. Soon getting stuck in peak hour, having your flight to Fiji delayed, doing an exam at school, or watching your team lose at the pub will feel like...
It must have felt like an exclusive club for all the people that were able to get into pubs, clubs and venues because they were in an exclusive club. And anyway, that's legal apparently because the people that said no weren't allowed in.
We're almost there.
What do you mean almost there? Where are you going? What's the big secret? Well, you're almost there. I'd love to know where you're going.
Get vaccinated, spread freedom.
So get vaccinated spreads freedom. So you're saying that the only way to have freedom is to get vaccinated? Is that what you're saying?
Book your vaccination at australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Let's not go there because of the platform we're on. Anyway, check out these ads.
This is Professor Michael Kidd, Deputy Chief Medical Officer, with some important ways to protect yourself, others and our healthcare system from the current surge in new COVID-19 cases. When leaving home, please wear a mask when indoors or in crowded places. Cover your cough and wash your hands. Remember physical distancing. Test if you have symptoms and stay home if you have COVID-19. Together we can help slow the spread. Find out more at australia.gov.au.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
That was COVID-19 safe behaviours as per the government website. Next up, we're going to play the COVID-19 Radio COVID-19 oral antiviral treatments.
Hello, I'm Professor Michael Kidd. Oral treatments are now available to fight the effects of COVID-19 if you contract the virus. These are currently available to those in eligible high-risk groups to help stop you getting very sick, and they can be taken at home. You need a prescription, so if you're in a high-risk group, talk to your healthcare professional now to be prepared. For more information and to find out if you're eligible, visit australia.gov.au.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Yes, well, don't forget to have that one if you're eligible, and I'm sure if the government had their way, everyone in Australia would be held down and made eligible. Oh wait, what am I saying?
Kids will always be kids. So let's protect them against serious illness from COVID-19 with a vaccination.
But what's the death rate in children aged 5 to 11 with COVID-19? Can anybody tell me? What's the death rate?
The Therapeutic Goods Administration has rigorously assessed the COVID-19 vaccines approved for children in Australia.
There's that word again, rigorously tested. Straight past the testing stage and straight into emergency use authorisation. Never forget that.
For quality, safety and effectiveness.
That's questionable. Define effectiveness. Effectiveness against what?
Because kids will be kids. Book your child in today. Talk to your healthcare professional or visit australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Well, I guess they've had a lot of time to rigorously test those, that's for sure. They even state that in the ad. These have been rigorously tested. So don't hesitate, folks. Go and get your kids vaxxed according to the government plan. Don't be a fool. Go and get them now. Check this next one out.
Beanies, scarves, fluffy socks. Rummage through your winter box. Warm soups, oversized knits. Dig into those footy kits. Add getting your flu shot and staying up to date with your COVID-19 vaccinations to your winter to-do list. It's safe to get both vaccines at the same time, and it's never been more important, with people being more vulnerable to illnesses this winter. Book today at your GP or participating pharmacy and take on winter. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Yeah, well, the marketing on that one was very good. The team behind the marketing there, they know how to try and push them across the line and get the marketing involved. Because without the proper marketing, these things would probably just absolve. Anyway, check this next one out. I'm not sure about some of the way they market these things, but, you know, it's all about trying to sell a product, isn't it, at the end of the day? Anyway, check it out.
All of us.
Up north, it's the best time for swimming.
Down south, it's the best time for footy.
And everywhere, it's the best time for a cuppa with Nan.
Wherever you are this winter, protect yourself by getting your free flu jab and staying up to date with your free COVID-19 vaccinations. And make wintertime the best time. Have a yarn to your health worker or visit australia.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Well, as you can tell by the sound of that one, they're basically selling the product to go along with your freedom. So if you'd like your freedom, then you're probably best having that product.
Winter means something different to all of us.
Up north, it's the best time for swimming.
Down south, it's the best time for footy.
And everywhere, it's the best time for a cuppa with Nan.
Wherever you are this winter, protect yourself by getting your free flu.
Whoops, don't know what happened there. But anyway, doesn't matter because it's all the same. We don't have to go on. But yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? The marketing. Just think of it. It's all marketing. It is all designed for a reason. And that reason is so you cross the line. Don't forget, get your booster today. Get it now. Matter of fact, I've got it now. Let's check this next one out.
Some of you might be thinking, I'm double vaxxed for COVID. I don't need a booster. But it boosts more than you think.
It boosts immunity, so if you get COVID, there's less chance of getting really sick.
Yeah, right. Oh, the bullshit.
It boosts the chances of seeing family regularly and not missing out.
And it boosts your community because more boosters means we're all more protected.
Yeah, sure, Ted. Yeah, sure.
So give your mob a boost and book your booster at australia.gov.au.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Well, that's questionable, isn't it? The information they provided in that is very, very questionable. Let's find out what time brings in the future as the walls come down or the science changes. Let's see how questionable it is then. Thank you. Check out this next one.
In response to the Omicron COVID-19 variant, free rapid antigen or PCR tests are available at testing facilities for people who are at close contact, have symptoms, or have been instructed to test by a health authority. To further help in testing, over 70 million rapid tests have been secured by the Australian Government, making it easier for all people to get them in the coming weeks. Visit australia.gov.au to stay up to date. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Yeah, you might want to stay up to date, guys, because it's like food. When food goes out of date, what happens? It gets thrown in the bin. So just like the people that decided to say no, didn't we? We all got thrown in the bin. When we lost our jobs because we said no, we got thrown in the bin because we were out of date. We weren't up to date. So they got rid of us and threw us in the bin. Get your booster now. Well, guys, I guess they've spoken. That's the end of this video because there's nothing more to show you with the ads here, but you can check all these ads out for yourselves at the health.gov.au government website. I will put the links in the description below if you'd like to go and check these ads out for yourself. But these were the official government ads and they're still up on the website. So hopefully they hold them there so then we can possibly hold them accountable in the future. Because when you listen to the wording and the way they've marketed some of this stuff, I'm sure this will create great evidence when it's needed in a certain situation in the future. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about if you're here at this point in the video, but it will be bloody well interesting. Go ahead, guys. Don't forget. Go and check it out for yourselves. Thank you. This has been another Hang Loose Recluse government website production. Thank you.